this video where we're talking about negative keywords. Specifically, I'm going to be specifically talking about negative keywords that we use in Google Ads, but the same principle applies to most other PPC campaigns, so Amazon, Bing, and all of those, Yahoo ads, whatever. Negative keywords have the same principle wherever you're targeting keywords for ads. So first of all, what are negative keywords? Basically, in campaigns where you are using keywords to trigger ads, then negative keywords are basically the opposite of the keywords that you're using to target your ads. So say I want to target, I sell running shoes, but I don't sell blue running shoes, then if I'm targeting the sort of a broad term of running shoes, I might show up for blue running shoes, red running shoes, or white running shoes. So I would use blue as a negative keyword to stop my ad showing up for blue running shoes. Okay, that's very, very basic explanation, really. So basically, a negative keyword is how you stop your ads from showing up if the search term people search for contains certain words or phrases. Okay, so why do we need negative keywords? I guess, hopefully, I've kind of explained it in the previous little section. It helps us stop wasting money on the searches that we don't want to show up for. It's very difficult when you build an account to, when you first start off, you do your keyword research, you find the keywords that you want to show up for. There are always going to be variations because of the way Google uses match types and kind of shows you up for similar and related terms to the ones that you're targeting. There's always going to be the case where they're going to show you up for searches that you wouldn't even think of that they might use. And so we use negative keywords to stop ourselves showing for certain keywords or phrases. And the reason we do it, obviously, is to save money, to stop wasting our ad spend. The next question we need to answer is, how do you find the negative keywords that you need to use in your account? There are a few ways to do this. When you first do your keyword research using the keyword planner, what you'll find is that you'll put in fact, let's show you an example. Okay, so I want to target kind of keywords related to wedding invitations. So I'm going to come in here to do my keyword research to find the cards, the keywords that I want to target. So as I'm looking down this list, I'll probably see certain words that I know right from the beginning that I don't want to show up for. A particular, a really good example in this instance would be maybe cheap. If I don't sell cheap invitations, if my invitations are at the top end of the market, I know I don't want to show up for cheap or free or maybe DIY. If I don't sell DIY invitations, I only sell ready-made, I know I don't want to show up for DIY. So just when you do your initial keyword research, you will see a lot of words that you know you don't want to show up for. So you'll start adding those into your list of negative keywords from the beginning. Now, once you've set up your campaigns and you've got them running, then you'll need to look. You can look at the actual searches that are triggering your ads in order to look and see if there are any words that are coming up in there that you now want to exclude from your campaigns. So this is a really old campaign that I just wanted to use as an example. So I was targeting wedding invitations and DIY wedding invitations. It's that long ago, they're straight broad match. And if I'm in the keywords section, search keywords, this is where I have my targeted keywords. Negative keywords, this is where we add our negative keywords, which I shall show you in a moment. And the search terms, these are the terms that actually triggered our ads. So on a regular basis, you will, and more often in the beginning, you will go down this list and look for the terms that you think don't want to show up for that. So looking down here, and most of them are pretty okay. Stationary DIY weddings. DIY weddings, that one, I'd probably look and go, well, actually, that's not somebody specifically looking for wedding invitations. They're kind of looking for everything to do with weddings. So I might decide that I want to exclude DIY weddings, the exact term DIY weddings. Further down here, see, we've got cheap here. So that's one that I would want to exclude. Party invitations, don't do party invitations, so party would be another negative keyword. As we come down here, eBay, I don't really want the kind of people that want to buy something on eBay, because eBay is generally more bargain basement, so that would be another one. Engagement, do I sell engagement invitations? Maybe I don't, so that might be possibly one. Free, definitely don't want to show up for that. And templates, I don't sell templates or give away templates. I only sell invitations. Okay, so this is how you do it. You look down the list here and highlight the keywords that you don't want to show up for. Now, the way that you add them, now I'm going to show you how to add negative keywords. Okay, so here we go. Let's just add a couple here. So you highlight the ones that you don't want, and at the top here you click Add as Negative Keyword. Now here I need to talk a little bit about match types. Now, as with, for want of a better word, positive keywords have match types, you can use match types for negative keywords as well. So you can use broad, phrase, and exact. So the difference is a broad keyword. So for this top one, for example, cheap. I don't want to block there's no, I can block, if I block this as an exact match keyword, cheap wedding invitations, the only term it'll stop me showing up for is the exact term cheap wedding invitations. So if somebody searches for cheap wedding invites, I will still show up. If people search for cheap wedding stationery, I will still show up. So in order to exclude any search that anybody makes that includes just the word cheap, I make it a broad match negative. Okay? Exact match negatives, so DIY weddings, I don't want to show up for DIY weddings. I kind of do want to show up for DIY because I sell DIY cards and stuff as well. So I don't want to block DIY. So if somebody searches for DIY wedding invitations, I do want to show up. But just the term DIY weddings, I don't want to show up for. So this is where I would just use an exact match DIY weddings. So party invitations, again, it's just party invitations I don't do. So if I just use that as a negative broad match, then any search somebody makes that includes the word party, I will not show up for. You can exclude at the ad group level, the campaign level, or you can add to a negative list. So negative keyword lists, these allow you to, for all terms that you never want to show up for. So certain examples would be jobs, free, cheap, if that's not relevant, if that's relevant to you. yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I can't think of any. So for this example, I don't do cheap, I don't do free, I don't have jobs, I don't do lessons, I don't do workshops or anything like that. So all those kind of words which you know you never ever want to show up for on any of your campaigns, you can add that to a negative list. It means that you can have all those keywords in one place, and then you can add that negative list to all of your campaigns, and it just makes it a little bit easier to manage instead of adding them all the same negative keywords individually to different campaigns. Okay, so in this instance, I'm going to say, right, for this campaign, I don't want to show up for any of these keywords, so then I just click save. Okay, they won't let me do it now because it's a deleted campaign. So that's how you would do it. You can manually add negative keywords, okay, by just going into the negative keywords, click add negative keywords. You can again add it to the campaign or to the ad group that you're in, and you can type your negative keywords here. Okay, so our example would be, if I wanted to do that manually, I'd type DIY weddings as an exact match, maybe cheap and free. Okay, and you can add them here, or I can use a negative keyword list and say I've already created my list and now I want to add it to my campaign. I'll have my list here and I'll just highlight it here and save, and that negative keyword list will be added to my campaign. All right, just a quick to show you where the negative keyword lists are kept. If you go to tools up on the right here, negative keyword lists. Okay, so you can add as many as you like, and then when you click on the negative list here, then you can apply to campaigns. You click this button, and whatever campaigns that you've got, you can just say, well, I want that, I want that added to all of those campaigns. Hit done, and then it will add that negative list to the campaign. And that's pretty much it for negative keywords. So just to summarize, negative keywords are searches or keywords or phrases that we specifically do not want our ads to show up for, that we need to add to either the campaign, the ad group, or to a negative list. And it will basically save you a lot of money, especially if you're using sort of modified broad match keywords in your targeting. You'll find that there will be a lot of, there potentially will be a lot of not so relevant searches that you're showing up for. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please pop a comment below the video, and there's a link in the description also if you want to find out more or get more help. Then please join our Facebook group, and there's a link below the video to join the Facebook group as well. Thank you. Speak to you soon.